Okay, in this video series, we're going to be talking about why you should start a group. I don't know if you're watching this just on your own, or hopefully you're watching this as a part of a group, getting ready to launch more groups out of your group. Why should you start a group? Two reasons. Here's the first. You should start a group because you care about people and want to help them. So if you don't care about people, or if you don't want to help them, then don't worry about it. Don't worry about starting a group. But I'm assuming if you're a follower of Jesus, if you love God, that you do care about people because he cares about people. And I'm assuming you do want to help them pursue God. And so one of the best ways to do that is to start a group. Jesus did it, and you can do it also. Now, maybe you're thinking, well, that's fine. Groups are a great way, but why should I start one? Why should I lead a group? Well, the reason is because with videos, you don't have to be an expert. Anyone can lead. These videos are designed, the Life Group Library is designed to help you to lead other groups, to lead other people who want to pursue God. So it makes it easy, and we'll talk more about that here as we go on in this series of videos. But before we do that, I just want to talk about the first three steps. If you're considering starting a group, hopefully you are, first three steps. Here's the first one. Pray. Spend some time in prayer. Go to God. Say, God, give me the ability, give me the insight, help me to think of the people that should be in this group. Prepare yourself in prayer. This is what Jesus did before he started his small group, his group of disciples. He went to the wilderness. It says in verse 12, Mark 1:12, the Spirit drove Jesus out into the wilderness. And it says Jesus was there 40 days. He was being tempted. He prayed. He sought God. And when he came back from that experience, he started a small group. Now, I'm not saying that you need to pray for 40 days before you start your small group. You're welcome to. I encourage you to if you want to. I'm not saying you have to fast, although that'd be great if you did. But I am saying that every one of us should go to God in prayer. Say, God, help me, prepare me, equip me. If Jesus needed to start off with prayer, how much more do we need to start off with prayer before we start our group? Here's the second thing you should do is invite people. Don't wait for people to come to you. This is so important. So many people say, I'd be happy to lead a group, but nobody ever shows up. And so your group never gets off the ground. Well, Jesus didn't wait for people to show up. Back to Mark chapter 1, it says this in verse 16. After his prayer time, it says that he, passing alongside the Sea of Galilee, he saw Simon and Andrew, the brother of Simon, casting a net into the lake, for they were fishermen. And look what it says in verse 17. And Jesus said to them, follow me. He invited them to follow him. This is how he started his group. This is how he got every single group member. He invited them to follow him. Think about that in your own life. You invite people to join in with you. There are people in your life, and you'll know this as you spend some time in prayer. You will find people in your life that need to pursue God. They need help with this. They need someone to lead them. You're the one that can lead them, but you need to know who those people are, and then you need to invite those people in to your group. Be invitational. That's what Jesus did. Now you can use our rednotes.org/join link. You can send that to people if you want a tool to help them to understand what a life group is all about. That tool is useful for that, so feel free to use that. Here's the third and final step I encourage you to do is just to start. After you've prayed, after you've invited some people, don't forget to start. Pick a date, pick a time, pick a place, whatever. Make sure that you get this thing started and begin to move it forward. You know, Jesus did this. I love it what it says in back to Mark 1, verse 21. And they went to Capernaum, and immediately on the Sabbath, he entered the synagogue and was teaching. I love it. It says immediately. So he prayed, he invited people into his small group, and then right away they got going. They started doing ministry. It says they were astonished at his teaching, for he taught as one who had authority, not as the scribes. And remember, when you start your group, walk into it with a sense of authority and calling on your life. God wants you to do it. Jesus has commissioned you to do it. He wants you to lead a group, even if you don't feel equipped to do it. Do it. You have to step out and trust that you can do it. Again, the videos will help you. The videos will help you to articulate truth. But you need to take that then and take it where it needs to go after you do that. But I encourage you, it's not going to happen on its own. You have to get started. I hope you will. I hope you'll consider starting a group. And why don't you hit pause right now? If you're doing this in a group especially, hit pause, talk about these questions in red, and then we're going to go on in the next video, and we're going to talk about the three primary goals of life groups. So make sure to watch that next video. We'll see you then.